It's getting a bit This is Blonde Vibrations.
Blonde Vibrations.
Hey, I'm here with Blonde Vibrations.
You're listening to Blonde Vibrations.
Hi guys, welcome to Blonde Vibrations. We're just here with Alfie Templeman. We just watched you perform on the market stage and it was amazing as usual.
Oh, fuck.
So yeah, well done.
Thank you.
Thank you!
You've actually been like everywhere at the minute.
Yeah.
We have accidentally been following you because
Oh, accident. Not on purpose.
No,
because of it.
we've just been
I'm
at
a
all
bit
the
offended
festivals.
now.
No, we've been following you personally.
We've actually been trailing you everywhere.
Yeah. Just, it's like Top Gear, innit? Like you're following behind with a camera. Yeah.
Around
We're
every
all
corner, it's just us.
Blonde
Yeah, it's just you
Vibrations is actually just an Alfie Templeman fan page at this point.
Yes. You guys on Facebook?
So you've literally been at like every festival. Have
Yeah.
the nerves died down by now, or is it like fresh every time? And like, how are you okay with all the travelling and everything? Just the general.
Do I have to be explicit here, or?
You can say what you want.
Well, I had a massive poo before today because I was really nervous, and it really helped. But yeah, no, I just have a hard time before a show. So afterwards, it's great.
Yeah.
Like I'm feeling great now, but yeah, I still get really nervous. Like definitely, but before a show, it's terrible. And then afterwards, you're like, yeah, made it through.
Yeah.
Very like euphoric afterwards.
Yeah, it's a pretty good feeling. Like once you finish the gig, I guess I'm quite lucky. Like it's such a niche thing that we're doing. So you can't really compare it to anything else because there's only a few people like playing the festival, but I'm sure that most people that play today, they'll feel the same thing. It's a really cool feeling, yeah.
Yeah, because we can't really compare it, but whenever we do things, it's like fight or flight kicks in, and then
Yeah.
after you're like, God, tired but happy.
It's the final flight thing, yeah. It like, because you can be really energetic for a gig, or you can just have no life whatsoever in you, but either way, you go into fight mode. It's what me and my girlfriend say, like, when we go shopping, one of us, or like at an airport, one of us goes into survival mode, and then the other one's just like bugging out, but, you know, one of us will do it. So it's the same with the band, it's all four of us, we just go into survival mode.
It's just got to be done.
Yeah.
We've seen you a few times now on festival, and we also saw you at your Rock Trade show.
Yeah.
And yeah, every time the energy is so good, and yeah, it means that we can see your set so many times. 'Cause,
Yeah.
like,
Was the energy good today? 'Cause
Yeah.
I have in-ears on, so I can never actually tell whether like everything is going.
Yeah, we were watching from the side, and we were like, oh, the crowd is loving it. We were loving
Yeah.
watching the crowd as well.
I thought the first few rows were really good.
Yeah.
You know?
the crowd was huge because
Yeah.
we ran and it was outside of the tent.
Yeah,
It was
yeah, I
so-
know. I couldn't believe that actually. It was packed.
Do you find that the crowd changes? Obviously, it's expected. Onto the Oh my god, it's making me cringe.
What can we really do?
Someone's not in there.
Oh.
It looks like they are. It looks like they're really struggling. Look.
Oh no! Oh, it's
He's
open.
pissed.
Not us watching a death right now.
Do you find that the crowd changes, and do you have to change your behaviour at all? Or do you find that if someone sees your festival set, it's quite characteristic of what they can expect from like an Alfie Templeman headline show?
No, I think it does change quite a bit, like depending on where we're at, because if you've got like a kind of, I'm not saying a dead crowd, but like a crowd that kind of just, like for example, we're playing Japan soon, and like I've heard in Japan that they're a lot more, like they appreciate the songs just as much, but they kind of stand there, and they only clap in between songs because they want to really appreciate the music. So you still just have to give it your all. That's the thing in my mind, like, because it could be the same. It could be like, it could be a million people that have the same mentality as like someone going to a gig in Tokyo, and they could all just be just as appreciative. So you just still have to try and put on a performance that will make people have fun, even if it's not like a really energetic, young, mosh pitty kind of crowd, you know. So a gig's a gig, you know. You just play it, you just have fun with it. But like, yeah, sure, you have to. Like we have songs like there's a song called Circles that we play sometimes, and sometimes we get a mosh pit going. But like my bass player, my mate Cam, he kind of orders people to do it, right? And if we think it's going to be the right gig for it, then it happens. Like he goes, yeah, come on, open up, and if not, then we don't. So there's some things that you like change up, but most of the time you just play a good gig and you just have fun with it and let people enjoy it. Yeah.
Yeah, because I feel like we say this after all of your shows, like even today, you have such like chemistry with your band.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
do you find that it's more enjoyable like doing what you love with your friends? Because you can tell you're all enjoying it like together.
Yeah, I'm not into the session musician thing, you know. I'm sure they're probably really great players and stuff, and they're lovely people. I've met so many session musicians that I really like. But for me personally, I'd rather just have fun with a band where you can feel really relaxed before you go on, and just know that, you know, perhaps we're all just mates and we're all messing around and our parts are a bit messed up, but at the same time that brings character to the live performance, and we're having fun with it, and we can be honest with each other as well. Like after a gig, if we play a certain thing like a certain way and we're not a fan of it, we just tell each other and we say, well, we don't put each other down. We're not like, don't do that again, but we're just like, why did you do that? And then we look into it and we're like, that's why you did it, or don't do that again. So it's good. It's good. It makes it a lot easier as a band.
Yeah, it's a good way to be. And I think the chemistry thing as well, it extends to you and your fans, because you can see it online and in person. You have a really good relationship with your fans. Like, how is that like important for you?
Yeah, I mean, it was important for me in a way that I never really realised, because, you know, I started off just doing everything in my room, so I haven't had the best, like, social background. I've been quite shit at, like, talking to people in the past, so to have it's quite overwhelming, but it's also really sweet that, you know, I get quite a few DMs, like, every now and then that just say, you know, I can tell that you feel a certain way, I can tell that you're a bit anxious on stage, I can tell that you suffer with it a bit, and I'm the same way, so just like, you know, just keep going and you're doing good. So it's really nice to have that, and it's quite reassuring as an artist, you know.
Definitely.
And to kind of, while we're talking about kind of your onstage presence and the way you work with your band, this is so completely random, but from where we've seen you so many times frequently, we've kind of caught on to certain things that you change in like live versions. And there's a certain line that you always scream. And what song is it? Yes, and we love it. There's certain bits of your set that we always just have to film, and that is one of it, and we love it so much.
That's what we want, you know, like, yeah, cowabunga, when I say cowabunga.
Why do you do it?
Because I can! But, I mean, it's just fun, you know? It's like, it's just a fun thing to say. People have caught on from it, because I've been doing it for a few years. So it's like, I really like those little bits, you know?
Yeah.
And even though I'm kind of changing up my music, it's a lot less pop now, of like what I'm doing now. It's still fun to play those songs because, A, I've made them and I love them and I'm really happy and really proud of them and the way that people react to them. But B, there's also, you know, people love those moments where you go, you know, stuff like that. It's really fun.
And it kind of keeps the music almost, it sounds cheesy, but alive, because it's kind of moving with you and you're managing to find a way to make songs that you perform every day.
You know, the music's important, but the energy is as well, you know. You've got to balance it right, you know. Because not everyone that comes to a festival like this is going to want to listen closely to music. And, you know, my thing is, personally, I'm a lot less about the energy and more about, well, I love the energy, but I also just love listening closely to the music. So festivals like this, I love, but actually I'm more into like stuff like Blue Dot and stuff where you actually really listen closely. But at the same time, I love it when you're playing a gig and just people are having a really good time. Because you can still see all the people. I mean, you look at like Black Midi, for example, and they've got the perfect balance between musicality and just like people moshing and having fun. So that's what we're all about and what we're for as well. Yeah.
I think you keep that really well, because I always say whenever I'm trying to describe like your sets and stuff, it's so good musically. Like you can tell you're also talented, but it's also so fun to watch. You really do keep that balance.
Yeah. That's why we're everywhere where you are.
That's what we follow.
It's a weird thing, but we don't want the audience to go too crazy because then it's just like, oh, you're just here for like...
You're in the background.
You're here for a piss-up, you know? Whereas when it's like half and half, it's actually great. Like today was a perfect audience because you had half the room that really just went crazy and was singing all the lyrics and going nuts, and then the other half that were just observing and listening closely. So it's a really nice balance.
So recently, especially, you've been quite vocal on social media regarding like mental health, burnout within the industry. So we're just wondering, like, to you, like, why is that important? Like, normalising the discussion about exhaustion within like the industry as a whole.
Well, because I had a personal struggle about it, you know, there wasn't anyone I could really relate to. Like I was saying earlier, it's a bit of a niche kind of industry that you're in. And it's really nice every time I come out to a gig or go to a festival and I bump into artists that I know and we have a kind of discussion just about, you know, that topic and just how, you know, as an artist, you always want to keep the originality of yourself. I think most artists really struggle with imposter syndrome, so it can be a hard thing to go on stage and sing songs that, you know, perhaps you were once proud of but aren't anymore. Yet there's a lot of people that really want to hear those songs, and it can be quite awkward and not depressing, but just quite intense and quite a struggle sometimes. So, you know, I've just tried to be vocal about it and tried to say to people that are younger or even older, you know, just keep it to yourself. Like make songs the way that you want to make them and do it for you rather than other people. And I know that sounds selfish, but it's not. It's like you have to keep it to you have to make songs because you want to make them yourself. You know, make it for the reasons that you want to make them. Like what music gives you goosebumps, and you know what music makes you feel passionate, and what gives you energy to sing about. So
yeah, because it must be hard, balancing obviously pleasing the crowd, making people want to come to your shows because they love the music, and also staying authentic. You don't want to lose yourself making music for people just for them and no longer for you.
It's a really tricky balance. It's the balance that you've got to get right, you know? And I just don't know what's going to happen next, because I feel like a lot of people are probably not going to want to come and see us if we're just singing more slower songs, but then again, it's probably for a whole different audience. It'll be a weird mix, I guess.
I think a lot of your fans will kind of not stick by you because it's you, but I feel like you've created kind of an audience which appreciates all the different kind of genres and influences in your music. Because I don't even remember, I think it was just before Mellow Moon came out, we were watching a live stream where you broke down every genre and influence on it. And I think the audience you have are the kind of people that want to hear all these different kinds of songs.
I'm glad we've got that in there, and it's a good thing that we did it earlier than later, because now we've got all these people that actually just get it, you know? And that's really cool. That's really cool, and I think I'm quite lucky to have that kind of fan base where people just know that even if you just do a massive left turn, it'll be fun, you know?
And with kind of making sure and keeping true to yourself and what you make, do you find that means you can kind of listen back to your own music more, or do you still find that you're really way too self-critical and you can find yourself listening to the album?
I can't listen to the album. I can't listen to my music. I can only listen to my side project because I'm ultra proud of it, even though it gets no streams whatsoever. But my own stuff, I don't listen to that much, no.
That's a shame, it's good!
It's understandable.
I just cringe, man. Yeah.
We can't listen to ourselves, so I don't know why we're saying it.
We'd be hypocritical if we were well, you have to listen to it back, because we're not going to.
You can't, it's hard, isn't it? It's hard. It's just hard to watch yourself on stage. I'm sure you get that with interviews and everything, you know.
This right now.
Which might not be filming, I don't know.
We'll see.
These guys suck.
I guess we'll go there. So it's kind of awkward.
Nah, you're good. It's just imposter syndrome in just a million different ways, isn't it? You know? Yeah.
So, this is actually quite far in the future to talk about, but the Halloween show, we're living in the future now. Is it too early to be talking about costumes?
Well, this is the problem. I can't really say, because I've got a Halloween show the day before Halloween with the Wombats, and then the day after I've got my own Halloween show. There was talk about me dressing up as a cowboy.
I want to do
would be quite good, right? But I don't know. Some fans, I don't know. Some fans have decided that they're going to dress up as me.
Oh my god! I would love to see a sea of people dressed like
if people get their hair cut just for that. Man.
We'll dye our blonde hair brunette.
Yeah, do it.
Brunette vibrations.
Brunette is the way, right? Come on, guys.
I'm not so
Brunette
sure.
vibrations.
Not sure. Do you have a dream costume? Not for a show, but if you're going to a party or whatever, dream costume.
I think I'd dress up as someone from Weezer.
Really?
Yeah.
Carry a little background around with you.
No,
I'm
not even judging. It was just a bit rogue.
Oh, okay.
You're okay to stick with that choice.
Do better.
It's valid.
Do better, Alfie. Do better. I guess Voldemort, maybe.
Oh my god.
That'd be quite good.
Those are the two moods.
Polar opposite.
Weezer and Voldemort. Yeah.
Well, if you're doing 2 Halloweeny shows, you could do both.
I could do both, but I kind of want to stick to the cowboy thing. I think that's it. That's a good place to be.
It's
You've
understandable.
spoiled it now. Everyone's going to come as cowboys and steal your costume.
Oh.
We need at least 18 of them. I won't go into reasons.
So I know you're not sure how much longer you're going to stick around. Have you caught anyone set today? Is there anyone you're hoping to see?
I saw a few people. I saw Pixie, who's amazing as always. We went on tour together. And then I saw Second Thoughts, who I absolutely love. Great people from Hitchin. Big up Hitchin. Pixie from Liverpool. Big up Liverpool. And they were both awesome. So I'm now going to just see what's happening. Probably get a bit out of my skull and just go with the flow.
Maybe we can recruit you to come to some sets with us.
Yeah.
Maybe?
What are you up to? Where are you going?
We'll say Inhaler.
Yeah?
Easy
When's
Life.
Inhaler?
A bit later on. It goes.
testing
I know
us.
it's Inhaler, Easy Life, Kasabian is the rest of
Yeah.
the.
See, I saw all of this yesterday. I did Tramlines.
You had a spoiler. Easy Life weren't at Tramlines. There's still time for
Easy
you to
Life
come
went
with
at
us.
Tramlines, so I can see Easy Life. But
Let's
the other
go.
two were both at Tramlines yesterday. So I saw Inhaler, I saw Kasabian. They were both very good.
Excited.
Yeah, we've not seen Kasabian before, so it'll be good.
That'll be really good. Yeah, no, they're awesome.
So we're actually putting everyone on the spot today.
Fuck.
I'm so sorry to have to
As
do
if
this
we
to
hadn't
you.
already.
Yeah, everything here is on the spot, but this is extra. If you had the aux cord, because we've had some trouble, people thought it was awkward, aux. For one song, what would you play for everyone
We're
in
going
the
to get
car?
in that car now, and you've got to pick a song.
What are you playing?
On and On, Erykah Badu.
Why is that?
Because it's a great song. That's all that you need to know.
Well, maybe we'll play it on the show.
It's a great song. You should listen to it, seriously. If you haven't heard it, it's like, I don't know, it just makes me very happy.
That's a good song to pick, though, if it makes you happy.
Erykah Badu's great, man.
Yeah.
She's great. Yeah.
Amazing. Well, thanks so much for taking the time to chat with us. We're so happy we got a chance to at last.
Yeah, no, absolutely. It's great. Finally. It's long overdue, eh? So,
Absolutely.
yeah.
Thanks so much.
Love vibrations, come on! Yay!